After technical difficulty, we are back with comedian Sarah Silverman and Lizz Winstead. Thank you both for not bailing on me. I'm sorry about that. And Sarah, I was asking you why you feel so passionately about this, why you were moved to get involved with tonight's telethon.
I believe in a woman's right to choose. I feel much like the voter suppression, it's very quietly our rights are being chipped away state by state, sometimes more loudly than others, but also some real down under stuff. I also, much like much of the pro-lifers, I believe in protecting the child, you know, when she's being forced to have a baby at 14.
Yeah. Lizz, you did this amazing tour with Planned Parenthood through a whole bunch of states. And I wanted to ask you, one of the risks of this kind of event, right, is that it looks like outsider, like New York City liberals are condescendingly rallying to Texas's side, and that the folks of Texas, who are a proud lot, I think it's fair to say, will kind of get their backs up about that. Do you worry about that image, that this issue becomes polarized along these kind of geographic lines?
Well, actually, tonight, three of the greatest Texas allies who were Sarah Slayman, who is the woman who was thrown out of the Texas Ledge, is speaking tonight at our event, along with Jessica Luther and Heather Busby, who is the head of NARAL Texas. We don't consider it that we're trying to help Texas women do anything. They're on their own. But what anybody needs is cash. And when you look at the ramifications of HB2 and how far women have to drive now, and the fact that on October 31st, Whole Women's Health was actually canceling appointments to women, where 11,000 women were like, where am I going to go tomorrow? And the numbers add up to where all of a sudden maybe you could scrape together money to afford the procedure, but now you have to find childcare and travel. We are taking a cue from these women. And it's also a cue too, Chris, that when Wendy Davis happened, we all watched in awe of Texas women and of Wendy Davis. And the one thing that didn't really happen is that we didn't look in our own backyards.
Yep. So
not only is this a money raising for Texas women, it's a wake-up call for all women to say, I need to check in with my local legislature and now my local city council to see what laws are being proposed against me.
We're watching you.
Sarah, you're the hype woman for this routine. I remember you had a very funny joke about waiting periods for abortion in the movie that was a sort of extended special. And I remember that joke is still stuck with me. And the reason it's stuck with me, I think, is because abortion is such a taboo topic. It's something we talk about in the abstract a lot politically, but the actual intimacy and for many people, anguish of what that moment can be in a million different directions. Do you think there's a way in which comedy breaks taboos in a fashion that is politically productive, that breaks down things that keep us repressed about things that are important to talk about?
I couldn't hear you. You said, does comedy break down big issues?
Yeah, I guess
I think so.
I think abortion is so taboo, and it seems like that taboo is part of what enforces the very repressive politics on the issue.
Yeah, I think vaginas really, really scare people, honestly. And I think it's just, I forgot. I'm so distracted by everything that's happening. Liz, take over.
I mean, I think that when you use humor to talk about big issues, I think what it does, sometimes it breaks it down. And it also can engage people who might not be that like us, who pay attention to every single thing that happens. I think that when people hear in plain speak, and usually through humor, wow, that's really going on. I mean, Todd Akin was made a national hero because he was mocked by really, really funny people. And so I think when the abortion issue itself, you know, is the players in it have become so comical that you can talk about the issues, because the ludicrousness of the anti-science crowd who are legislating this crud are absolutely comedy gold.
And I think the people of New York have made it clear that they don't like to be told what to do with their bodies when it comes to taking away their 20-ounce codes.
That's right. They made a strong stand on behalf of that. Comedian Sarah Silverman, whose HBO special We Are Miracles airs this Saturday, and Lizz Winstead. Thank you so much. Good luck with the telethon.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
LadyPartsJustice.com.